way back. There was contact there between Dobby and Petrucci. How on earth did Alex Rins?
Yang kering ya. Betul. Jadi kalau misalnya sudah dirasakan bahwa kondisi treknya sudah mulai mengering, ini tentunya akan jadi race yang deg-degan nih, John.
Deg-degan. Miller, bisa Dovi, sama
Miller nomor 1 nih.
Iya, Miller.
So, warm up lap dan kita akan langsung saja bergabung dengan sirkuit Lombok untuk menyaksikan live race untuk kelas MotoGP.
30-year-old, he can be a weapon in the right conditions as well, can't he, Zarco? He can. We know that the Ducati traditionally tiptoeing through those first couple of corners.
Well, the 4,500 odd fan here, if it's going to be dry or wet.
And Quartararo knows as well, Steve, in the back of his mind will be the championship, but he's got some. Miller, Cal Crutchlow is a really accomplished wet weather rider as well. Do not rule him out.
I think this wet
free here in Le Mans. These are conditions in many respects are tailor-made for Mark Marquez. He revels in them. He is the flag-to-flag maestro.
First and foremost, let's hope for a safe race. Could be massive in terms of how this World Championship shapes up. That's how it looks right now. Quartararo ain't clear.
Simon Crayfire just saying it's completely stopped raining down in pit lane. We are potentially set for this. How quickly will this 4.1 kilometre iconic legendary Bugatti circuit,
our first wet start to a race since Valencia 2018, and it's just
incredible. Fabio Quartararo then, the World Championship leader, aimed him,
and he's got his bike squatted.
Yep, certainly has.
This trying to go down the outside as we climb uphill. Cal Crutchlow, what a start from the green number.
Would absolutely swallowed up running to the first couple of corners. That's brave by Quartararo on the inside of Cal Crutchlow. Then for Valentino Rossi.
Miller's got a lightning start. He leads into La Chapelle, but he's wide. Fabio Quartararo is up into 5th as well. In fact, Dobby's 3rd. He's now 2nd. Andrea Dovizioso then moves up into 2nd place. Inside.
Job right now on Fabio Quartararo. He was very, very brave to get on the inside of Cal Crutchlow, given his lack of experience in race. Then out of Mazzano 2. Out of Barcelona when he was on course for a podium, and now he's been
1, 2, 3 on the approach into turn 9. Miller from Petrucci, from Dobby.
And the charge, he's already got himself inside that top 10.
Oh, challenge for the lead there. Danilo Petrucci on Jack Miller. And 1 in Mugello. He's 3rd on the grid and leads here in France.
The Ducati have never won in Le Mans. The Ducati have never locked out of 3 places here in France.
Andy Smith just lunging up the inside of his teammate, Malaysia Spargo in the distance.
So then trying to hunt down Petrucci, pressure him into a mistake into turn number 3. But the Ducati's all competent. Polispargo there, that's a battle rage at the 4th and 5th.
Vinales had a disaster.
He's thank you very much. He pounces. It's now a factory Ducati 1-2. Petrucci leading the way from the Vizio conditions in 4th. The World Championship leader. Where's his closest rival, Mia? Way down in 15th right now.
Here, a shock start to this French Grand Prix. It's stopped raining, but it's of course wet on circuit. Yamaha rider.
Wow, Rossi, Vinales, Aleix Spargo and Mia involved in that early shock. Rossi's lost the rear. Oh, that's what happened to Vinales. Look, he got bumped up by Mia. Nowhere to go. Although, to be fair, Vinales had a shocking.
Back at the front we go. Danilo Petrucci leads from Dobby Miller. Then it's crunching by Alex Rins, who's the fastest rider on the circuit.
Spargo were both on the podium with the Vizioso. They're strong in the rain conditions. Spargo just can't shake off. He's in 7th place. He's being chased now by a fellow Brit, Bradley Smith, who's reveling in these wet conditions.
That 4th spot, and in a moment Fabio Quartararo is going to see a Suzuki alongside him, and he might just momentarily
not really having any major influence in this Grand Prix. Rins does get up the inside the top 5.
Miguel Oliveira and Alex Marquez are going well.
Back of that battle involving Quartararo and Crutchlow. Simon, you got some tyre info?
Guys, just wanted to let you know on soft rears. Dobby soft, same as everyone else, soft until you get
tyre choices in terms of the rain selection. Polispargo a little bit twitchy on the KTM coming out the final corner. Can he get through it? The second corner, yes he can. So Crutchlow then now pushes Fabio Quartararo back and up.
Challenges Polispargo moves up into 4th place. Brilliant from the Suzuki man who started 16th on the
right now into La Chapelle. Good battle is between the 2 Spaniards. Simon Crayfire now reporting he's spitting with rain again. 1:47.733. A couple of tenths quicker than Dovizioso.
Bradley Smith going around the outside here.
Bad lap last time around. He did a 51.3. And that's dropped him down to 20th place. The table for him so far, with Quartararo just about clinging on to 7th. It's got
And they're following, they're dropping without trace. Morbidelli and Vinales are 18th and 19th, and more Quartararo.
Yeah, no, he can just go for it, roll the dice. And what about Dovizioso, of course? This is massive for the championship from Quartararo. Look at Oliveira.
2-in-1
He's
from the
suffering
Tech
here.
man.
Yeah, Oliveira picked Fabio Quartararo.
And look what it's doing, lap by lap to the World Championship. Dovizioso's name appears again.
Breaks through on Morbidelli. Just behind them is Joan Mir, who's trying to get himself back in the points, 20th respectively.
No one can touch these three at the moment. These three guys are all in the 146s. Nobody.
Were a certain Marc Marquez, Esquire, Danilo Petrucci and Andrea Dovizioso. So it's no great surprise, conditions and full wet conditions. And he's doing a great job there in 3rd place as well. Miller and Dovizioso.
As you can see, the graphic to the left, Quartararo there in 10th on 114 points as it stands. In fact, Miller looking like he wants to find a way through on Andrea Dovizioso at this moment in time. Much time left as well.
These are going to be a very, very long 22 laps for these top three.
Well, Ducati fans on the fan wall, I bet you're liking what you see so far. Across the line, the fastest is of a second quicker than Jack Miller, but there's almost 3 seconds there to try and bridge, and there you go.
Quartararo will have the number 20 in his sights as well. So Quartararo dumped out of the top 10. Likes of Dovizioso and Miller at the moment.
Get this, a young man who is as fast as the race leaders, quick as these 3 Ducatis.
He said straight away in FP1 on Friday when it was wet, he couldn't believe how free bike, hounding and harassing Bradley Smith. Espargaro there in 5th. He's got former Tech 3
in now on the start finish straight, but is there enough time for anything to dry? It doesn't look like it at this moment. He's just up ahead of number 73 of Alex Marquez and Miguel Oliveira. Quartararo then outside the top 2nd.
There is Alex Marquez, what a stellar job he's doing. Not at all, does he? He's really keeping the pressure on Bradley Smith, who was so good in everything in those weight conditions, on almost half a second quicker than Jack Miller ahead of him.
Yeah, you just wonder, don't you, if those mediums do get, let's say, a drier line appear, you're not going to come in to change motorcycle stroke from the number 42.
You can see Rins there nearly 4/10 faster on that previous lap than race seconds to Briggs to get on the coattails of Jack Miller. He's well clear. He's broken this group. Espargaro, Crutch.
Rider just in the background at the top of your picture there has got into his groove far too late.
Struggling still big style as Vinales, Morbidelli and Mir. They can't get anywhere near the 46s right now.
From the number 73, the Moto2 world champion moves up into 7th place and through
in these conditions, back with your top 3, and it's getting tight at the top. The 3 Ducatis, a couple of seconds clear of Jack and Alex Rins, who again fires in yet another 145, and that trio ahead of him yet again.
Petrucci was a bit wide in turn 2. That's going to mean that Dovi can get him in the positions in the championship of Dovi and Miller.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's too early. Air commentary box window, the rain starting to fall here again over the Bugatti circuit in Le Mans. The Rins.
Yeah, Rins is going to be with these guys very, very soon. This would do him a few favours in the World Championship as well. At the moment, it's number 9, Danilo Petrucci, that lead in year 2019. There's Piero Terramasso there, just in the background behind Ken Kawachi. What tyres that is auctioning.
Team communication to Andrea Dovizioso. He's not being followed by soon be number 42, because Alex Rins is starting to hunt down those 3 Ducatis ahead of him, but over a 3rd race distance.
And again, a 45.6 from Alex Rins. That's just a second and a half.
Massive laps now in the 45s, and the Ducatis ahead of him can't do 45s. Petrucci got close on that last lap.
Down the hill into La Chapelle. 18 laps to go. Miller being given the information.
They will know how good Alex Rins was in rain conditions in 2018. He was superb in that. But further back down the order, Joan Mir at the moment 19th, 48.1. He's just so far off the pace right now.
145s at the moment. Alex Rins and Alex Marquez, the 2 Alexes going for it. Marquez is right on the tail of 8th place in a moment.
Yeah, it looks like through Shimano Berth, you can clearly see how it's on our camera lens into the S-Blur section, and it's the blue Suzuki of Alex Rins that's really started.
All Ducatis now being informed of the speed of Alex Rins. There's another fastest lap coming in here from Alex Rins.
Again, that's now 4 45s in a row. Espargaro's just set the fastest lap of the race off Bradley Smith. Big high side on Friday, wasn't it, in the afternoon session in mixed conditions at turn number 11, and Smith
was pushing on strong that front end, trying to find a way through. He knows this
lap time that from Thomas Bargo. To be quicker than Alex Rins at this stage of the race, you really have found some confidence in the...
On board now with Team X-Star Suzuki rider Alex Rins, who was medium tyres have done a few more than one lap, but he's got brilliant rhythm right now, and he'll know that he's got all the time between Miller in third and Rins back in fourth. Meanwhile, Quartararo then is still out of the points.
Near finally though, getting into the 46s, which is much faster now, courtesy of Smith's early exit.
Thomas Bargaro betters it, a 45.229 from the Red Bull KTM rider.
For the first time, and Espargaro is starting to look a bit of a threat here, isn't he? They're still coming into this weekend. He's so desperate to record a victory for KTM before he jumps into Repsol Honda next. Espargaro feels like he's not a serious championship contender, so time to throw a bit more caution to the wind.
Another rider who's got impressive speed as well, Choran Zarco, Taka Nakagami, both entered the race as favourite in the dry, and quite rightly, but this was not part of the script at all.
Johan Zarco making light work then of his compatriot into those first couple of corners. He's got comparative lack of experience on the Ducati in these conditions, so
Zarco here, and it's right into 10th place, medium for him as well. This
bring up the pace. Alex Rins 44.959. Best lap of the Grand Prix so far, 6
there, but that's already come down. On board with Rins now then, number 42, whose pony might just smell another victory here.
Yeah, and he might be breaking some Bologna hearts here as well, because Ducati party right now.
All of these guys behind the top three Ducatis are faster than the Ducatis at this particular. Cal, Crutchlow, Alex Marquez and Miguel Oliveira all lapping quicker than Petrucci, Dovi and Miller.
Pecco Bagnaia as well now started to reel in Fabio Quartararo, last lap around the Italian. But at the moment, nowhere near the point scoring places, 17th, although he has just put in much quicker than Petrucci. But which rhythm he's finding a little bit too late. More, and of course as well, he's been very wary about getting temperature in the tyres. This is the first lap, turn 3, we're going to see the doctor down in the dumps. He's just going to lose the rear here. Rossi, look at that, just came round on him. Rick Vinales did also. So straight away on the back foot with two sprinters.
Comes through, it'll be done at turn 7, up the inside, the door's open, Rins moves into third, but he runs wide.
Yeah, he's done all the hard work to get onto this lead battle, Alex Rins now. Doesn't want to do anything too...
On the acceleration out onto the back straight, you're not going to get past the Ducati. This is where the Ducati's at its strongest, but as we get into through turn 9, change of direction, the Suzuki will be much faster through here on the power.
7.34 on that last lap, half a second quicker than Rins. He's now got to within 2 seconds of this.
He's extended his lead. I mean, okay, there's a lot of riders going faster at the moment, but it's still Petrucci leading.
He can generate those heat in the tyres and keep it there. But he has not made a mistake, so group ahead of him. Well, Deli Vinales and Aleix Espargaro.
Mir might well see Fabio Quartararo actually rider on that last lap. Guess who? Alex Marquez, again, the rookie, in 6th place.
And a relative novice in these kind of conditions, doesn't he? Alex Marquez, kudos to the Repsol Honda man.
There are the 4 riders fighting it out for victory as it stands with 13 laps to go.
Yeah, Mir about 3. So you're right, Steve, he will be sniffing a little joust here with his main championship rival, Fabio Quartararo. Third faller in these very tricky conditions with Rossi, Smith and now the back down as well.
Their cards as yet in these tricky conditions in Le Mans in the wet. No one expected a wet road. It's not far away, is he? That gap, the fan wall there, they're getting excited, particularly
7. Chris Vermeulen on the Suzuki winning a famous wet weather Grand Prix here. Into turn 3. So Miller back into 4th place. Rins now sets
Davide Brivio. It was a wonderful weekend for him in Catalonia 2 weeks ago. Ricky rider on the top step.
Yeah, now this will give at least Miller a chance. Mir making light work. He's looking good now, isn't he? And Miller, he retaliates straight away then on Alex Rins. Down in the braking shot now, down to Shimano.
Dovi's just reeled in Petrucci a bit. Look how close these guys further back are. Alex, the win, it started chucking down again as well.
Can you believe this? Alex Marquez is on an absolute chart.
It would be one of the rides, not not just of the year, of the decade if Alex Marquez gets this.
It would be a win at some point this year. We didn't think it would be the number 73, but he's having it right.
Fastest lap of the race, Alex Marquez at 44.2. That is 1.3 seconds.
That lead quartet, they've come from a long, long way back. The two Spaniards, former Moto2 world champions, good speed at this stage of the race. There's still 11 laps to go here in Le Mans, plenty of time, ample time.
There's some spice left in this French Grand Prix as yet, dropping down
here with that old head, wise old head on those shoulders of Andrea Dovizioso. How much, or is he pushing as hard as he possibly can to keep himself on the coattails of his teammate?
Well, important this is for the World Championship, especially with Fabio Quartararo down in 11th place. But the tail unit of that Red Bull factory KTM, the number 73.
Well, you can't really rule out any right. Got 10 laps to go here in Le Mans. Still Petrucci that leads. Petrucci, Dovi, Miller and Rins all set.
Yeah, the fastest lap of the top 7 is Miguel Oliveira now in 7th. Amazing, isn't it?
You really do have to look your cap to him because he's riding absolutely out of his skin at the moment. You have tension for what would be a sensational but fully deserved podium. Potentially even better.
Who's got in this top group? Because we're watching them, but someone has.
Every time you hear those sort of scraping noises of his world title hopes, Morbidelli down there at turn 4 by the looks of it. To really get on terms to show Dovi a wheel yet. It's been as you were for quite some time.
Or is it out of turn 4?
Our camera's dangling as well down from the back of that Petronas Yamaha SRT machine. They're now back tight. Very interesting. What's the gap then between those riders over the line? Miguel Oliveira in 8th. He's 3 points wheels. Dovi picks up the baton now and leads here in France.
Oh, he's wide on exit. Here comes Danilo Petrucci. They almost touch Rins as well. This race is on here in France. Who wins this one? Any one of 7 riders.
Dovi.
What's happened to Crutchlow? He's gone down. What a shame, he was in great rhythm, he was in.
Here comes
Danilo, and he's going to go a bit deep here. This is going to allow Miller in. This is just all playing into the hands of Thomas Barger and Alex Marquez.
Yeah, they want to
put his arm up,
he's got to yield that place. Dovizioso got picked up by Rins and Miller on the inside.
Well, can you believe it? Now, has Miller got to drop another place, or has he dropped enough? Barger and Alex Marquez are in this. Well in it. And there'll be 8 laps to go as we cross the line.
Miller on the inside of Rins, brave into the first corner. Jack Miller, we know, certainly not lacking bravery and not lacking for Rins into turn 3.
Well, Dovi was the big loser there, wasn't he? Leading, coming out hot.
And look how far Rins came through here. Look, Rins coming from way. Alex Rins, keep that upright. That front tyre would have been crying for mercy, screaming for mercy.
Going in, he kind of ended up 3rd on the way out, but Dovi will feel maybe differently about that. Here's Polis Bargro and Alex.
Bargro, babe. Jack Miller's got a problem. Hand up from Jack Miller. Hand up from Miller. Has he got some kind of problem? I wasn't sure. Yeah. Oh, Miller.
What a disaster for his World Championship.
Can you believe it?
And to win. What a shame you have to feel for Jack Miller. A great chance of winning.
In Jerez at the start of the season. That's cruel for Miller. Does anybody want to win this 2020 MotoGP?
Point that goes in favour of Fabio Quartararo. By the way, Stefan Bradl is now just behind him. Joan Mir's made another point. Go up in smoke!
There's going to be no repeat of Crispy Moulin's heroics here 13 years ago. Rins is, and Alex Rins has crashed out of the podium. What drama here. Jack Miller has a mechanical
with the motorcycle giving up on him.
Can you believe Jack Miller's luck? Fabio Quartararo mechanical problem has put him out, and Alex Marquez can win this French Grand Prix. Thriller, understand why.
Well, it was a great chance of winning, and now look at the gap that Petrucci's got. We may well have France.
Well, what we do know, we're not going to get an old Ducati podium, unfortunately, after that exit for Jack. No, they've seen it so many times, and Marquez do the business in MotoGP on a Repsol Honda, but his younger brother French Grand Prix, his lead, 2.7 seconds.
He's bolting, he's quicker than any of them at the moment as well, at 44. Up through to turn 3 then. Where do you start to dissect this
way through on Maverick Vinales? These are vital World Championship points to stake between these two, aren't they?
But Vinales has had
Vinales. Wow, catch your breath. Miller out with a mechanical when on the podium. Rins out into contention when he crashed as well. Rins has got
has
going again.
rejoined, but that's just dangerous carting that around the circuit with you, so I don't think the Rins will be continuing for much longer. Right there, and he's just reeled in Petrucci by a couple of tenths. Has he now regrouped the number 4? Talk about experience. It's the master and the apprentice in many ways.
It really is. Strap on the back of Alex Rins Suzuki. Strap before this. Andrea Dovizioso knows that these are precious World Championship points at stake for him with Fabio Pace. Petrucci dropped back into the 45s. That is a very 7th.
He's not close enough to have a say in this battle right now, but based on what we've seen in the last 10 minutes.
So nothing between the lap times of Dovi and Marquez. They both did 44.5s. Find him because he just set his personal best lap of the Grand Prix than Dovizioso.
Zarco went for medium,
dropping here
on a
big style,
charge.
Steve. Petrucci now just the 1.6 seconds clear. Dovi has started to really...
So Dovi to win a race like this, wouldn't it? And throw himself back into the World Championship, which cannot be ruled out. This is a closer look at Dovi. 7 seconds, 3 sectors 3.
Black flag. No great surprise there with the orange disc to tell him he's got a mechanical. He's obviously been so...
Petrucci, who did a 1:45, and Dovi, who did a 1:44.7 again. Zarco.
Incredible pace by Zarco, who has not got a lot of wet track time, has he, on that Ducati. Decent. It's actually wrapped around his rear onboard camera.
Well, that could
noticed it, hasn't he?
Meanwhile, he's gone back out on circuit again to try and pick up any available seconds clear. In fact, he's now 1.3. Dovi and co are closing. And Pol Espargaro now.
Can you imagine? Let alone win this Grand Prix, because Dovi is dragging Marquez, Espargaro and Oliveira with him for Petrucci.
Getting a bit twitchy, Red Bull KTM, aren't they? They can see that Pol Espargaro is on the brink.
Dovi was out.
The seat there for Dovi.
He really was. Yeah, that was a big attack. Dovi in to record him on.
He fancies this, doesn't he?
Just giving Petrucci that little bit of break on that last lap. He couldn't do a 44, and then he did a 44.5. Zarco again.
Then side by side, Alex Marquez with Andrea Dovizioso. That will give him the inside line into La Chapelle, but closing the... Marquez is through. He's up into second place.
Oh, how many times have we seen that for brother Mark find a way through to claw back a 1.8 second deficit on Danilo Petrucci again? More movement.
Is he struggling for grip in the closing stage of this French Grand Prix?
Which is welcome problems now late on here.
As it stands, somehow Quartararo would extend.
Thankfully, we've still got 5 races still to go. Now Dovizioso desperately trying to hang on to him. They're looking on. He's going to be full of admiration for the job that his man Alex Marquez is doing right now. Simply coming out the final corner. Alex Marquez has dropped it. He's got no grip, Dovi.
Up the inside, and Dovi now not even on the podium.
No, he's running out of ecstatic.
Alex Marquez is just 1.2 seconds down on Danilo Petrucci. Another 4 or 5 laps and Johan Zarco could win this.
Really
he's stuck in a
fastest lap of the race from the Frenchman Zarco.
Dovi, look at Dovi's rear tyre.
Yeah, it's completely through. Defenceless right now.
And that just helps out Fabio
Oliveira. They're about to come through sector 3. Let's check the gap between Petrucci and the job of keeping that 1.2 second buffer.
Surely Petrucci can hold on to a 1. Spargaro's got some speed here as well, and what can Dovi salvage? We start the final lap of the derby as well. He made a mistake into turn 13.
So the gap between Petrucci and Marquez, it stayed at that 1.2. Incredible result. I'll take that. Dovizioso somehow is still keeping Miguel Oliveira behind him.
In the wet, in a race before Alex Marquez. This is just simply outstanding.
So easy to make a mistake, so easy to crash. He's been flawless and formidable in this. It's the same for Oliveira. It looks like Oliveira, he's having the same kind of rear tyre problems that Dovizioso's having.
Key race in France, and it's now Petrucci's to lose. Further back, Stefan Bradl.
Yeah, Mears
eyes at the front in the final sector. Danilo Petrucci, he has gone through so much in the last year. In Sachsenring last year, as Mir and Quartararo scrapped it out for, can you believe, 9th place
in Le Mans.
take your hat off, take a bow. Danilo Petrucci has won. Fagro on the Red Bull KTM.
Credit to Quattararo as well, because he's going to keep Vinales and Mir on the line together. Ecstasy down in the Repsol Honda garage for Alex Mark. The plaudits will go to Petrucci, and quite rightly so. He did so much of the front running in that French Grand Prix. Marquez and Pol Espargaro.
Well, if you thought you saw tears in Mugello last year, wait for this. Came to an end and he was told he's going to no longer be a factory Ducati rider. His back has been well and truly up against...